NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New England Patriots. Kicker Chad Ryland has this one teed up, and we are underway. Off we go in Foxborough.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Pats will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at their own 44. Now Jones. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running across and rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And just shutting him off there. And there he goes again. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Ramondre Stevenson.
41 yards.
And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
A give to Gibson running right.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Gibson again.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 4. A handoff running left is Gibson. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Samuel going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to him.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They go option right on 2nd and goal.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell
Keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing Jones.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
7-7, our score after one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Complete. It's Henry.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 33.
On the draw is Stevenson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8. Bourne going to go in motion left. Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 23. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 23-yard run. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Gibson.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Howell.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
G0OD in there to take him down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. It marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Marcus Jones.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when it work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
Dancing to his left, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Sam Howell.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10. And they're on the 17-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Commanders 21, Patriots 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A solid stiff arm. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Stevenson gets it again on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones throwing on third and long. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Powell. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Powell on the QB sneak. And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You almost...
And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 21, Patriots 14.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. Samuel on the quick throw. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. His throw incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Off play action. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on
on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Parker's got it. Touchdown, New England. From 17 yards out. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
This is 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jones.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. He'll be 4th and inches.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This to perhaps salt this one away.
Sly able to put this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jones. And this is caught by Parker. And he's brought down, but great yardage to start the drive. A 1st down, and it sets him up pretty nicely here moving forward.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though?